In the world of digital architecture, some systems are built for success, and that's fine. But others are built for the day everything else fails. This is the story of one of those systems. This is the dead hand protocol.
It's a fundamental truth, isn't it? One we often choose to forget. We see these elegant, complex structures of code and data, and they feel permanent. But even the most formidable digital empires, they're all built on foundations that can absolutely shatter in an instant. Just think about the digital estate of lessonsdeluxe.eu. We're talking an encyclopedia of luxury, serving a catalog of over 168,000 unique fragrances. It's a massive, incredibly intricate database of scents, molecules, and brands. Every single request, every search, every page, it's all rendered and delivered from the edge just milliseconds from the user. It's this seamless, almost invisible operation, a global machine that just works in perfect, silent harmony.
But imagine that moment, a global cloud provider outage. I'm not talking a slowdown, I'm talking a complete, total blackout. The entire infrastructure just goes dark, and the elite engineering team, they're unreachable. The empire is offline, and there is no one there to answer the call. In that precise moment of digital death, only one thing remains: a final contingency. A system designed specifically for the unthinkable. This is the story of the dead hand protocol. So the critical question for any architect is this, right? How do you prepare for a failure that, by its very definition, is going to take your monitoring tools down with it? This is exactly where traditional resilient strategies just fall apart. And this reveals the core paradox. It's the fatal flaw in most architectures. You're relying on the cloud to monitor the cloud. It's like asking a patient to monitor their own heart after it's already stopped. It makes no sense. The dead hand protocol is built on a completely different philosophy: sovereign local intelligence, an authority that exists entirely outside the system it's built to protect. Now, at its heart, the dead hand protocol isn't a cloud service at all. It's a large language model, a Qwen 2.5, that lives completely offline, dormant, on local hardware. It consumes zero resources until it's needed. It was engineered by the elite team at lessonsdeluxe.eu for one reason and one reason only: to guarantee survival using nothing but local CPU. So, when the crisis hits, how does this dormant system actually come to life? Well, it's not a panic button. It's a cold, calculated, methodical awakening. You see, the dead hand protocol operates on a really strict state machine. It moves from disarmed, which is its everyday sleeping state, to armed when conditions start to degrade. If the failure becomes critical, it gets triggered, and then it becomes active, taking full, unadulterated command. This is a deliberate, automated escalation of authority. And this escalation, it follows a precise four-layer process. First, you've got detection. The external REZE health monitor, it's a completely separate sovereign entity, detects a catastrophic failure, like a cascade of 522 errors. Second, activation. REZE sends out a single encrypted webhook. Think of it like a digital flare in the dark. That's the signal. The dead hand protocol automatically shifts its state. Third, operation. The local AI model is injected directly into memory. It awakens, and it takes command of the situation while the world burns. And finally, of course, recovery. When the cloud comes back and stability is confirmed, the protocol relinquishes control and just goes back to its dormant state. But waking up, that's only the beginning. The dead hand protocol doesn't just reboot servers, oh no. It performs a full forensic investigation. It doesn't guess, it diagnoses. Every single action taken by the dead hand protocol is guided by a mandatory 5-point diagnostic format. It assesses the severity. It provides a concise diagnosis. It performs a deductive analysis to find the root cause. It generates a 3-step action plan. And, crucially, it provides a specific verification command to confirm the fix was actually successful. There's zero improvisation, only procedure. And to get to this diagnosis, the dead hand protocol orchestrates 13 distinct local AI brains. Each one analyzes a different forensic layer of the system, everything from network configuration to the application code itself. It synthesizes all this data to find the single truth of the failure, and then it's authorized to execute terminal commands, completely offline, to restore the system to life. Look, this isn't just about disaster recovery. This is a fundamental strategic philosophy. This is about building an organization that, by its very nature, cannot fail. To really understand its value, just think about the alternative for a second. A 24/7 human DevOps team, a security operations center, that's going to cost you upwards of €350,000 a year. The dead hand protocol provides a higher level of resilience instantly, with zero ongoing operational cost.
And that leads to the core principle of its design. This is not a backup. It is a self-healing digital empire. See, a backup is passive. It just waits for a human to come and restore it. The dead hand protocol is an active defense system, ensuring that the silence is never, ever absolute.
And that really leaves us with a fundamental question to think about, doesn't it? In an era where every empire is digital and every single digital empire is fragile, when your world inevitably goes dark, what will be there to answer the call for you?